Good morning. I never know quite what to say when these things begin, but good morning is true for me. Perhaps not for everyone, because it's not the morning everywhere. But nevertheless, good morning. So today, it's been a while since I've been here, I think. Maybe a month. It's been a month. I'm going to pick some people to work with today. And then we'll do some group stuff. While I'm waiting for people to arrive, sort of every month or every few months I do what we call energy aerobics, and this month it's been made so anyone can afford it, so you can just choose what you feel you can either afford to pay or what it's worth to you. So if you're someone who has wanted to try it and it's been unaffordable to you, it shouldn't be this time, because you can literally choose whatever you want. So I think to find it, you just go onto my website. Let me just see where it is. Go onto my website, charliegoldsmith.com. I don't even know how to spell my name this morning. charliegoldsmith.com, and then you go to events. Yep, it's in events. So there's two in a row like that, number 10 and number 11, and you can just go in, choose what you want, and hopefully get to enjoy it. So that's how that's done. And for those of you who have seen this before, sometimes we do have technical challenges with Facebook, and because I haven't used it for a while, I'm hoping that it's improved as opposed to gone backwards. So if you would like to join me in here, you need to have a current chronic medical condition that has symptoms now. So if you come on here and you don't have symptoms, it's not going to work for the purposes of this. So you need to be very clear when you write here that I have a current condition with symptoms right now, and you can even just say a bit of what it is, and that just helps me be able to choose. Dale just said she's never caught me live, so welcome. I've done a lot of them, Dale. Yeah, so if you want to join, and other than that, we'll be also doing some we'll be doing some group healing as well. And if you want to ask for like your husband or your child, you've got to tell me if they're with you, because sometimes people write, I want healing for my husband, and I don't know if he's there or not. So you need to sort of be a bit specific with me. And then the one last thing is that I also need to be able to choose you. So I think you need to be on your phone for me to be able to choose you. And you need the latest update of the Facebook software. And that makes it possible for me to choose you. while I'm looking for it does look like Facebook have updated this actually. Connection failed. So it might take me a couple of goes to get someone. I just try to choose someone. I'm gonna attend. Like sometimes I accidentally read out who I'm waiting for, and then I think they probably get pretty upset when the technology fails. So I'm gonna do my best not to do that. Choosing someone and waiting to see if it works. Sometimes it says adding and then it says failed. So it's a bit boring to watch me wait for someone, but what can you do? Oh yeah, so while I'm waiting, I'd like to thank the people who came to my event in North Carolina a few weeks ago, and the people who attended online. It was pretty fun for me. I think a lot of people got helped, which was cool. Uh, it still says adding. Calling from Perth that just come on. It's very early for you in Perth, isn't it? Okay, so that person didn't answer. So that's not good. Joan says, good morning, Charlie. I hope you're well. I am pretty well. Rocky and I went on a date night last night, which was cute. I wish this was a smoother process, but it's not. And it's good for patience for all of us. Kim says, yes, your volume decreased. What do you mean by that? Yeah, so we went on a date. We went to the arcade. She loves the arcade. She likes playing those stupid games that have the toys in them that you try and catch it, and it's basically impossible. She loves it. And then we went and she had a burger while I watched. Volume is good. Good to hear. Lots of volume is good. I still need more people to write so I can choose. I've had a couple of fails. Normally, like in the last few times, there are a few fails, and then someone comes in just when I think it's not going to happen. It happens. Mandy's just messaged me and said, can we do a group healing first because we're 10 minutes in? We might have to. I'm going to try one more. And if that doesn't work, then I'll do a group healing and then I'll find one. So I'll either not get one this time, we'll do a group healing, or I'll get one this time, we'll do the group healing. Either way, it's coming up. I'm trying to bring someone else in. If it doesn't work, we will switch plans. The only way I can avoid this is if I use Zoom and we actually preset the people I'm going to work on, so there isn't any of this time trying to find, but it takes away the randomness of this, which I like, you know, that it is. Oh, there we go. Karen.
Hi.
Hello. Oh, I can't hear you this time. Can you talk again?
I can hardly hear you.
I can't hear you at all.
Yeah, I can't hear you either. I don't know if I did something wrong.
I don't know what's happening, Karen. I think it's coming through. You know what I might need to do is put some headphones in. It seems to be not coming through my speaker. Will you just hold on 1 second, and I think I can solve this problem. Hold on.
I think we selected me. Hang on. What do I do?
Okay, can you talk again?
I can barely hear you. Can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me now?
Slightly, I can hear you, yes.
Only slightly. Okay, I'll try and talk loud. I don't know what's wrong with my phone, but anyway, there was a solution. So tell me what's happening with you. Is it Karen, right?
Yes. I have rheumatoid and I have, excuse me, osteoarthritis. And the rheumatoid is affecting my knees very badly, even though both have been replaced. There's that sac inside the knee that it is not removed during replacement, and the rheumatoid affects that. My right foot, my ankle, and my arch is collapsed from the way that I have to walk because of the rheumatoid when I can walk. And those are basically, and it's starting now in my left foot also. But at the moment, that's bearable. But my right foot is extremely painful.
Okay, so your right foot is painful in the arch, and then did you say both knees?
In my ankle, it goes from my ankle bone on the side all the way across the front to the other side.
Okay, and so when you walk, you can walk though?
Slightly I can walk, well, slightly I can walk, but I cannot straighten my foot.
Okay, so when you walk, do you use a walker, or how do you get around?
I don't use a walker. I use my cane occasionally. I guess I'm being stubborn, and I have fallen several times. Thank goodness, nothing overly serious, although I did break my wrist towards the end of last year.
So
I was trying to get up on a little step stool and I fell backwards.
So
I don't know if that was the complete directly from my ankle or if I just lost my balance.
Okay, so you can walk. You use your walker not your walker, your cane sometimes. When you do walk, what hurts? So you said was your right foot in the arch and the ankle, and then your knee as well?
Yes, and both my knees.
Both.
And I like if I have to go, I live alone. I don't have any family near me. So if I go to the grocery store, I have to hold on to something. I hold on to the carriage or else I can't go.
Okay. So
So
can I ask, so if you stand up now and walk a couple of steps, that would be painful?
Yes.
Is it too much?
Yes.
Is it too much to ask for you to just do that to start? So just do a couple of steps, just as whatever you're comfortable with.
Okay.
Okay. And how does that feel now? Like what? Just
it hurts.
Yes.
Yeah, it hurts.
So describe to me, like, so in both knees, that's hurting as you walk?
Yes, both knees hurt, but the main problem is my ankle.
Okay, so your ankle's worse, or more annoying. So
yes.
And that's your right ankle and arch.
Yes, my right ankle and arch. And I feel, I get off balance because of the way I have my foot turns like this. Can you see my hand?
All right, just lift your hand up a little bit. Yes, I can see it now.
That's how my foot turns when I'm walking. All the time it's like that. I can't straighten it.
Sorry, you can't straighten it as in it's turning outwards, you mean? Or
yes, it turns outwards, yes.
Like a penguin.
Yes.
Okay, that's okay, I understand. Okay, right foot. Is one knee worse than the other?
No, they're about the same.
How long does your ankle hurt for?
It probably started, I'm going to say, maybe 5 years ago, and it just has gradually gotten worse. I go for injections in my ankle to try to get it to at least enough for me to be able to walk around the house.
So that's a cortisone injection. When was the last one of them?
The last one was 2 months ago.
Okay, and how long do they last for when you have them?
This particular one has lasted me a little over a month, which is the first time that's ever happened. I don't know why. Usually I only feel some relief for a few days. But this one lasted longer for some reason.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so a month. So then it's been so you've had a month sort of so it was good for a month, and then now about a month longer where it hasn't been feeling good.
Right.
Okay.
And I went to an orthopedic surgeon, and he's saying surgery, which would be extremely hard for me to do. It's an extremely difficult surgery and a very long recuperation.
Well, yeah, and if you live on your own, I understand that would be very challenging. Can you do me a favor, Karen, and just stand up and walk again and tell me how your right ankle feels this time, if it's the same or different?
Right now, it's the same.
And your knees are the same or different?
No, my knees are a little better.
Okay. Just sit down again then. Actually, oh yeah, no, sit down while I do this, please. Okay, walk again, please.
Yes, it's a little better. Yes.
Okay. How much better does the ankle feel?
I'm going to say about maybe 30% or so better.
Okay, just stop for a second. You don't have to sit down if you're happy to stand. It would just take me a second. Okay, Karen, walk again, please.
Yes, it's a little better again.
Mm-hmm. So what? How much better? Be specific.
Probably half as much as it was before.
Mm-hmm.
And the pain is more in the center of my ankle now.
Mm-hmm. So, sorry, the
It's
center.
not so much
Center of the inside or outside?
the outside. The outside.
Yeah.
As it, comes from your ankle bone around to the middle. It's like in the middle more now than it is on the side.
Oh, sorry. So it's not on that. It's in between your ankles. Is that what you mean? No.
Yes.
So like the front of your foot or the back? Is that what you mean? Like the front of
the front. The front.
Okay, got it. When you have the cortisone shots for that month, is it perfect, or like how good does it get after the cortisone?
Well, this particular time it was extremely good. The first time ever. Usually I feel a relief, but it could just be for days. But for some reason this time it was much better.
But is that 100% relief? Like you just don't have any pain at all?
Well, it was almost not a complete 100%.
Mm-hmm.
I would say probably 90%, but I still couldn't straighten my foot.
Okay. All right. Can you just walk again, please?
It's hard to explain. My foot feels more flexible,
Mm-hmm.
but I still have the pain and the heaviness in the front
Yes.
of my ankle. But it feels more flexible.
Okay. So by that you mean more of that movement you were looking for? Is that?
Just not even so much the movement as when I'm walking, it just feels not so tight. And it's like easier to walk.
Mm-hmm. And it's still about half the amount of pain. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, go again.
Walk again.
Mm-hmm.
My foot is turning straight.
Mm-hmm. Can you show me?
Can I show you?
Hmm.
Can you see my foot?
No, you'd have to angle it down further. Further.
Can you see?
Not yet. I'm looking at your lamp.
Oh. Can you see now?
No, I'm looking. I know it's hard if you're not looking. No, I can't. I'm looking at the couch. That's okay. You could maybe make a video or something later.
Can you see now?
I can't. I can see the.
No.
No, it's okay.
I don't know.
No, that's all.
I'm sorry.
That's all good. But you're saying you can make it straight now?
It's almost completely straight.
Mm-hmm.
And when I walk, I don't feel like I'm, off balance.
Yeah. And what about the pain now?
I still have a slight, it's more like a swelling feeling, in the middle of my ankle and the front of the foot.
Mm-hmm. What is this as good as the cortisone feels now, or better, or not as good? What would you say?
Well, it's at least, I'm going to say it's better because I can straighten my foot. I couldn't straighten my foot even though the pain had diminished with the cortisone.
Okay. And so, Karen, I have a favor to ask you. I want you
Yes.
to promise me that you're going to follow up with us. So I sometimes I work on people here and I ask them to come back to me in a few days and tell me how they're doing, and they either forget or they're better and they don't need any more, so they don't come back, or they're not and they still, you know. So it's important to me to know how you're doing in a few days, and if there's more I can do and I have the time, then I would do that too. So
I will most definitely. I will not forget.
thank you.
And in fact, I'm going to stay on while you do the group healing too.
Okay, great.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Where are you?
I'm in South Carolina.
Oh, I was in North Carolina. There you go. I assume they're very close to each other. Okay, one more time, if you could just walk and tell me how every knees and your foot feel, foot.
Yes, it's getting better. Getting better.
It still looks like you're limping. Tell me, can you explain? Obviously, I can just see your face, and I'm sort of seeing that you are limping. Where is that coming from at the moment?
I guess that's from having my foot so out of whack for so long, for so many years, that I couldn't straighten it. And so I'm used to that limp.
Yeah, right. So now that you can straighten it, do you need to limp?
I'm sorry?
Well, now that it's straight, is it as straight as the other foot now? So I assume what you're saying, look at my hands just so I can, I'm assuming this is my right, that your foot was like this. Is that correct?
Yes. And now this, can you see my right?
Yes.
Now it's about that much.
No, I can't see your hand. Okay, so you're
Oh,
saying it's gone from like that to sort of that.
right.
Right, okay.
Not completely straight, but to me it feels almost straight.
No, I understand.
It does not have far to go.
All right, go again.
It's not completely straight, but I feel more comfortable walking now. Normally I can't take steps as fast as I'm doing now.
Yeah.
It's yeah, I would say it's just about all the way straight, but I still have that little bit of heaviness in the front of my ankle.
Okay. All right. Honestly, the last time I'm going to ask you to do this today, but just walk one more time. How's that?
I still have the heaviness, but you know, it's just such a relief to be able to walk so much better.
Let's see what happens in the next few days. I think that, you know, if it were me with your foot, I'd be sort of, I know it's probably late now, but like I just sort of have a walk and enjoy that. And just we'll see overnight, you know, how that heaviness feels. Because as you said, you've got inflammation in there, which is why the cortisone does help for a short time, because that's what it does. It helps with inflammation. So hopefully, with a little bit of luck, we'll see the inflammation come down, but you know, with even more luck, in a way where it doesn't come back. So that's what I hope. I think it's a really good sign that your foot straightened where it hasn't done that, no matter what you've done. I think that's a very positive sign. And yeah, if you could just email in, you just have to reply to when you get an email from me, if you just reply to that email, you know, the normal notification emails that we give. So if you can just reply and say how you're doing, and like I said to Karen, I'd be very happy to connect with you again if necessary. So hopefully it's not necessary. Hopefully you're just, you know, back at dancing class, but let's see what happens in the next few days. And yeah, I wish you all the best. Thanks for answering my call.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
I'll be in touch.
It's good to meet you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Nice to meet you also.
All right, see you later.
Yes, bye.
Continue. All right, so finally we've got someone to answer. Sometimes it is annoying waiting, but then typically turns out to be worth it. And you just sort of feel someone, Karen, who doesn't have family close and is still fighting to be mobile, is a really important, is a very important example of the potential benefits of this sort of work. I saw someone say this is an old Chinese method, but it's not. It's a every culture potential method, not invented by anyone. I don't believe. I think that it is just a human potential. But it may be the Chinese have utilized it more than, say, other cultures, but I certainly not invented. So we'll do a quick group healing. I want to do more cases. I haven't done any for ages on here. I did a bunch last month, but not online. So if anyone wants to join that, it'll just be a quick one, not necessarily a bad thing, but just a quick, strong one. And then I'm going to look for my next case. So if you want to get yourselves comfortable, if possible, into a quiet space, if possible, it's not a necessity. It's just nice to relax sometimes. I'll just give everyone a minute to do that. I just texted Mandy to be patient for trying to make me do a group healing before I got to help Karen. Sometimes we have to be patient in this world, even if it be annoying. Kay says, does this technique have a name? You know, I don't dare give it one. When I was probably 19, I met a an expert in healing, a Reiki master and whatever else. And he said to me, he saw how good I was at what I do. And he said, you should name this. It's your thing. Like no one's doing quite what you're doing. And I was a bit shocked that someone would think that I could name it, and I didn't. And I never will, because I don't believe it's mine to name, or, I just call it healing. I think it's a pretty good name for it. And I just never felt like it was, something that I should put rules or a name around or anything like that. And so I'm at 24 years now, and I still haven't done that, and I will never. So I think that I don't love when I see people have abilities at different levels and then call their name and put a trademark on it, and it's not for me to do that, I don't think. So with our eyes shut, this will just go for about a minute, but it'll be a strong one. The eyes are shut. And I know some of you don't have shut eyes because you're still typing. And so while I do this, you don't have to do anything other than just shut your eyes. You don't need to be thinking of anything. You don't have to be praying. You don't have to do anything. Just sit as still as you can, if you can, and relax. All right, so it's just a quick one, but we'll do a few of these in between cases. So I'm going to choose someone else now. So this might take another few minutes, but as you saw with Karen, it can be worth it. I can't promise that I'll help everyone, but I'll help more than not, a lot more than not. Can't just say, Charlie, pick me, because I don't have context. Like, what's wrong with you? Do you have symptoms right now? I can't. I'm only going to choose someone who gives me a bit of information. So I do hope I see lots of you in my. So on top of when I mentioned my energy aerobics classes, in the last few, I've started to practice group healing in them as well. So I spend about an hour. I teach people how to move energy. I work on the whole group. It's smaller groups. So that comes into it now, just in case you're wondering. Julie says those headphones are dangerous. I actually had to put it on because I couldn't hear Karen. So I agree, Julie, they're not great, but if I didn't put it in, I wouldn't have helped Karen. So sometimes we live on the edge. Because I don't know why, but the speaker in my phone just decided not to work. Anyway, so yeah, so the energy aerobics, if you haven't tried one, it'd be a good time too, because like I said, you can choose how much it costs you. And I think they're pretty good. Patricia says, how do you focus on so many people in a group healing? Well, I teach that in my teaching. It's a long explanation, but if you ever want to know, you can do my teaching, or you can go onto my website and you can get all of my teaching classes I've done previously. My husband is here. He has shingles, pain, and numb hand from pinched nerves in his neck. Well, I accidentally read one out loud. Guess we could have a look at that one now that I've read it. Just because, oh no, that's why I shouldn't read them. It failed straight away. Lena says, don't wait for anyone to save you. Help yourself. Take his courses. I agree. My Good Habits, if you haven't tried it, helps lots of people. It's my health program, and it's inexpensive intentionally, so as many people can afford it as possible. We also allow people to apply to have it for free or cheaper if they can't afford it. And there's so many people who have had these incredible life-changing results by doing it themselves without me having to do anything other than teach. So if you haven't tried it, I wish you would. Because there's so many people in pain. There are, Tony, and I am spending my life trying to not just help people myself, but hopefully create a lot more people doing what I do. It'd be great if they were everywhere, wouldn't it? I've chosen again. Oh. Wow, it's worked. Hello, Catherine.
Hi,
King.
Charlie.
Hello.
I've been following you for years.
I can see it says follower. It's your follower anniversary. 2 years. Does that sound about right? Oh no, that's not good. She hung up on me. Oh no. No, Catherine, that's going to be very upsetting for you, I'm sure. I'm trying to choose you again, Catherine. It's not working, so I'm not sure what happened, but I am. That's sad. Oh no. Lots of fails. I feel like if you do want to come in here, it's important that your phone has the latest version of Facebook. Julie says, I sure miss your shoes on TV. I'm not even wearing shoes. I must have left them on the TV. I hope she comes back too, Kristen. Yeah, come back, Catherine. If you come back and comment, I'll try and bring you back. What do I focus on during a group healing? What goes through my mind? What goes through my mind? Well, I create a energy proxy that represents everyone, and I work on that. Like when I work on one person, but I do a much more general healing because I obviously can't know what's specifically wrong with everyone. So I try and cover lots of things, which is why some people get benefits and some don't. And that's why sometimes one group healing will help someone that hasn't been helped by another one, because I'm doing different things. Which is why it's interesting that sometimes people will write in and say, I tried 4, it didn't work, and the 5th one fixed me, so as much as it's probably annoying having to put up with me 5 whole times, it can be worth it, especially given it's free. You just have to use your time. I don't know if everything's failing now. Sometimes I think that it's just not going to work again, and then suddenly it works. So I'm just going to give it. Wendy says the pleading must be overwhelming. It's a lot to experience, for sure. It takes a bit of getting used to. But I understand the pleading, but it's definitely hard when there's only so much one can do. But I honestly, I hope that in my lifetime we see, because of the work I'm doing and others that are also, trying to fight for this area to be known and available and credible, that eventually people won't have to be begging me. They'll be able to just find someone really easily. That's my hope. I'd love to see that in my lifetime. Tried to pick someone twice, it's not working. Luna says, I don't know if you can do emotional healing like someone suggested, but I'd love that. We can. I probably will do that more so in the energy aerobics that's next weekend. Can we do your training and help ourselves also? Yes, that's the whole point of the training. I don't love how little information this person's given me. It's not quite as much as I'd like, but I'll choose them in the hope that we can get someone. There
Hello?
you go. Hello. Kenna?
Oh my gosh. Yes, I'm getting to a better light source.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Hello.
Hello.
You didn't give me much information, which almost made me not choose you, but I was getting desperate because it kept failing on everyone. So, but you told me enough. You have a lot of pain. You didn't tell me where, and I met. So what's happening?
So I am 28 years old. I was in the Army for 8 years. I joined when I was 17. And ended up getting medically discharged at 8 years because I had really bad knee and shoulder pain. I actually got injuries. I got a dislocation and a tear in my left shoulder back in 2012, and I got discharged in 2019, and my life has just not been the same. I have 2 kids. One of my kids was born extremely early, so he has special needs. So it's caused a lot of pain with my job. I am a nurse. I work as a high-risk OB and neonatal nurse. I'm so nervous. I'm sorry. I'm like shaking.
That's okay.
And so my passion is delivering babies. I take care of the high-risk sick babies, and that requires you to be physically active. And my shoulder pain that I'm having, my knee pain, is so bad that I can't even do my job anymore. I've done acupuncture, dry needling. I've done battlefield acupuncture where they put indwelling needles in your ears for 3 to 5 days. I've done gabapentin, lidocaine shots. I've been to multiple surgeons, and a lot of people say that, unfortunately, they've made comments about me being a woman and that I'm over exaggerating the pain. And they usually just, go take some Motrin or go take some pills or go get a shot. And I'm to the point where it's not only affecting my livelihood as far as like I'm able to go spend time with my children and my family, it's affecting my job now. And I have been out of work. Last year I was out of work for 6 months. and I didn't get any compensation from my job. This time I've been out of work for almost 2 months now, and it's just like I keep waiting and waiting and waiting, and I keep, doing positive affirmations and meditating and trying to focus my own healing energies, and it's like nothing I can do at this point has been able to help anything that I've tried. And I've just gotten to the point where, I'm at the point where I'm thinking about doing surgery, and the doctors that I've spoken with don't even want to do that on me at this point because they said I'm too young.
And so it's your right shoulder?
Left shoulder.
Sorry, left shoulder. And so you're flipped for me.
Sorry.
So no, it's not your fault.
Here.
It's the technology.
Ooh.
So it's your left shoulder, and you've obviously tried so many potentially good things to try. Has any of it helped at all?
Unfortunately, it seems like it goes in a cycle. So I'll do PT and OT and I'll get a little bit better. And then, once I do a little better, it'll last like that for like 3 or 4 months. And then the pain will start to come back. And then it'll be, oh, okay, I need to start, doing the stretches. I need to start doing the ice and heat. I need to start doing all these things. And it's like, for the last 10 years, it's been going through this cycle to where each time the pain comes back, it's worse. I'm losing range of motion now. I'm losing, I'm starting to have numbness and tingling in my fingers in my left side of my hand. My elbow, I think I have like tennis elbow and golfer's elbow. I have all those muscles and tendons are strained because it's compensating for my lack of like strength and ability to move my shoulder.
Mm-hmm. Tell me, when you have had these periods after a treatment, does it feel great, like perfect, or do you still have a problem but it's just better?
It's just better. It's more tolerable. I've pretty much gotten used to being told by doctors that your pain is never going to go away, but we can make it manageable for you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you've never had it perfect. Since you've had this, you haven't had it perfect, but you've had it more manageable. And then, as you said, it comes back worse. Okay, so right now, in your left shoulder, just point out to me where it hurts, and what do you have to do for it to hurt? Like, do you have to move it or what?
It's usually if I'm holding it out and up, like right there, that's about enough of that. And I can't hold it for very long. It's like I get to a certain spot and it's like, it's all right. And then if I hold it for any period of time, like I can feel my muscle in my arm pulling all the way down my arm.
Okay, and then it gets worse. So like holding a baby up, for example, would be the problem. Okay, and that's it, just the left shoulder?
I have a little bit of, I have pain in my left knee. I've actually gotten a lot of diagnostic tests done on my left knee and they can't find anything wrong with it, but I still have severe pain on the outside and on the inside of my left knee.
Okay, just lift your arm up again and tell me what you notice.
My arm feels kind of warm. It feels like it's pulling, but it's not pulling like the pinching sensation. That's radical.
What's a better test for it? What's something that you wouldn't be able to do?
I would say a push-up, but it's going to kind of be hard for you to see a push-up.
Are you comfortable to try it?
I can try it. I haven't done
just before you do the push-up, just lift your arm up again and do you feel the pain at all when you lift it now?
It doesn't really feel like pain. It just feels like tightness now.
Okay, just put it down again. Okay, lift it again.
This is so weird. I don't think I've gotten my arm up that high in so long. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I used to be like an athlete.